they don't have any awareness. I'm explaining a structure of flower, and when we have this one, flower structure, parts of the flower, calyx, corolla, the unit of the structure, calyx, it is made up of sepals, corolla, it is made up of petals, and the next one is androecium. Androecium. And when we take this one androecium, androecium, the unit is stamen. What we call is stamen. The unit of androecium is stamen. And then we have gynoecium. Gynoecium. And the unit we call carpel. These are the four basic structures in case of any flower: sepals, petals, stamen, and carpel. And if all the parts are present in a flower, that flower we call complete flower. If all the parts are present. How we can define complete flower definition? Complete flower. Complete flower. All essential walls are present. Are present. Such kind of flowers are called as complete flower. And when anyone is absent, suppose when we take about the complete flower definition, it means we are talking about bisexual flower. Bisexual flower. In case of bisexual flower, male and female both the parts are present. But when we take about unisexual flower, either male, either female parts are present. Such kind of flower we call incomplete. It means those flowers which are not having all parts. Such kind of flower we are calling incomplete flower. I taught you the definition of complete flower, and then after we have incomplete. Incomplete means out of four. If any one is absent, it means we have incomplete flower. I hope you have understood this one. Let's take this one. Corolla. Corolla is the attractive portion. Attractive portion, and we can also call colored part of flower, colorful, having variety of color depend upon the pigments. So colored part. And what is the role? It is responsible to attract pollinators. I repeat, this portion is responsible to attract pollinators. That is important one. Responsible for responsible for at- responsible for attraction for pollination, and organisms or agencies which are involving in pollination, those are called as pollinators. Simple one, easy to understand. This is the basic concept I am explaining you. So all my dear students, try to understand try to understand and make your concept good, so that whenever we will proceed, you can understand the concept of various topics. Then after we have androecium, the unit is stamen. Let me erase this one. I hope you are making notes so that when you revise it will be easy for you. May God bless us so can we can survive in this pandemic situation, and hopefully we'll meet inside the class. So many are dying. God knows whose number is next. Androecium stamen, when we take, stamen is containing three basic portions, and that is filament, connective, and anther. Let's take the structure of stamen. This one is like this. We can see here is this one. So this structure we call connective. This one is anther. Anther. This one is connective. Connective. And this structure we are calling filament. Filament. Anther is responsible for Anther is responsible for production of pollen grains. One by one I am explaining all the portion. Pollen grains are produced inside the anther, and these two structures are responsible for the attachment. Connective is responsible to attach anther, and filament is responsible for the attachment of this structure to other portion of the flower. These two structures are helping structure. Main structure is anther, and pollen grains, we know that when we take this one, pollen grains are male gametes. This is our concept. It means stamen is male reproductive organ. This one is male reproductive organ. Male reproductive organ. This is the androecium structure, parts of androecium. And then after we will have gynoecium. So let's take gynoecium here so that we can compare in between two structure. When we take gynoecium, again we have a three portion in case of gynoecium. And this diagram I already taught you once. This is, and inside we have ovule. So try to make this structure is stigma. Stigma. This structure is style. 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 And this structure we are calling ovary. And this structure we are calling ovule. And we know that this is the place where female nucleus is residing. Ovule is the place. Ovary is the surrounding structure. And stigma is for receiving of pollen grains. Pollen grains are coming to stigma. Then we will have style is a long tube which is going to the ovary, and then ovule is there. Ovule is containing female nucleus, and this organ in case of the flower is responsible for the production of female gametes. So here, production of female gametes, here you can write this. This is the structure of STRU. This is the structure of gynoecium, or we can write carpel. Structure of carpel. And this structure is producing producing female gametes. Female gametes. Stigma is the sticky substance. Whenever we have that one occurrence of or coming of pollen grains, it can be stuck here. That is the role of the stigma, and on the that stigma, pollen grains are germinating, forming a pollen tube. That process I explained you. Let's take calyx sepals. So this one is the outermost outermost wall for protection for protection and it is in generally green in color. Green in color. That is all the portions of the flower I explained you, and everything I explained you. See that one pollen grains we are calling microspore, and the process is known as formation of pollen grains. We are calling as microsporogenesis. Microspore. Why we are using this word? They are responsible for the production of pollen grains which are small in size. Microspore. Microspore. These are the concept everyone has to understand. And process of formation we are calling microsporogenesis. Genesis is the word which is responsible to tell about formation. That is there. Then we have this one. This female gamete is known as megaspore. Megaspore, why we are calling? Because it is large in size. Megaspore is large in size, and process of formation is known as what we have megasporogenesis. Megasporogenesis. And both these topics in your syllabus in detailing, microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis. This is the two important process we are going to discuss in detail. This is the opening of this. Let's do it structure all together. I hope you have understood this one. Try to write sequence wise. Definition of flower also we will have to define. So there was one scientist and he explained. I am telling you about the basic concept. Flower is a modified shoot. It is a reproductive organ which is carrying male and female part responsible for gamete formation. So according to Goethe, here you have to write. According to Goethe is the name of scientist. Flower is flower is modified shoot. It means it is the portion of the stem. Flower is the portion of the stem that we call modified shoot. This, these all are the points we need to basic understand. Basic understanding is very important for you, and that basic understanding I gave you. Okay, not every points, then I'll erase. You have 2 minutes to write. When you have finished, you should message me. I'm waiting for you, and then we will have the that one structure of flower in detail. I gave you 2 to 3 page description. Essential and non-essential word you have to also write. Here also, there are two words. Essential word, those which are having the production of gamete. These are the 2 points you should also write. Essential word कौन होते हैं? Responsible for production of gametes. Responsible for production of gametes. Production of gametes. This one is, and non-essential, which are not participating in production of gametes. Non-essential word. Non-essential word. Not involving. Not involving in production of gametes. In production of gametes. Okay, these are the two basic understanding, essential and non-essential. I hope you have written. Should I erase this one? Should I erase? The students, please respond. Should I erase? Okay. Now we will draw structure including all parts of the flower, and that structure we call LS of flower. In your book it is given longitudinal section. Longitudinal section, LS of flower. And this is all your practical part. Practical as well as theory, both. When we have this one, let's start drawing. We have this one, and ovary is also there, and then we have anther is also there, and there is one structure which is known as thalamus, which is bearing structure. Thalamus is also there, and then after we will have that one, petals. Petals are there, and calyx is also there. Calyx is there. These are the calyx. So calyx, corolla, androecium. This structure is known as thalamus. Thalamus structure, which is responsible for bearing of all the portions of the flower. And this structure we call, as you know, that corolla. Corolla. This one is calyx. Calyx. one is stamen, and detailing of this one I explained you. This one is ovary, and here we have ovule. This is the structure of bisexual flower. So that's all for today's class, everyone. Try to understand Try to understand all the concepts, use your book, and tomorrow we'll proceed all topic accordingly. It means after that, what are the terms we are going to discuss? What are the other important complex structures which are formed by the aggregation of various structures? Various terms are there. We'll do in detailing. I hope you have understood today's topic. Tomorrow we'll meet again. Let's take Harnami Pandey attendance. Harnami Pandey. Turn on Anshi, Amos, Aditya, Arpit. Who is Arpit? Arpit. Who is Arpit? Speak at least. Sumit, Samya, Priyanshi, Shakul Agarwal, Janvi Sharma, Janvi. Who is Arpit? Who is Arpit? कौन है भाई? Who is बोलो मुन्ना क्या हो गया? Not responding at all. Okay, everyone. We'll meet tomorrow.